get my makeup done and everything. Thank you. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to just talk about newborn essentials, what really I thought was worth it, what I didn't really think was worth it, what we used, what we didn't use. And for those of you who don't know me, my name's Claire. I'm a mum of 4, so I've been through quite a lot of baby items, as you can imagine. So yeah, let's just hop straight into it. First thing that I would recommend, highly recommend, is a next to me crib. With all my kids, apart from Jaden, because obviously he was born 15 years ago, so I don't even think they were around then, but with my youngest 3, I've used a next to me crib for all of them. For Holly, I actually had a Moses basket for her, and I also had a Moses basket for Jacob, and none of them liked it. They didn't sleep in it, they just didn't enjoy it. I don't know what it was about a Moses basket, but they didn't like it. So I would highly recommend a next to me, because the sides can come down. A baby's crying through the night or whatever, you can just literally put your hand over. You don't even need to get out from your bed to pick them up. You can just sit up and pick them up. It's great. I'd love it. Highly recommend that one. The next thing that I would recommend is the Perfect Prep machine. It is amazing. It literally just put your bottle in, put the water in obviously to begin with, put your bottle in, tap how many ounces you want. It fills up to the perfect temperature for your baby. All you have to do is put your scoops in and then it's done. It's literally done in about under 30 seconds, I would say. It's brilliant. I loved it with all my kids. But with Jacob, there was something people were saying at some points that it was giving children wind and things like that. So I did switch with him, but there was another thing that I found essential with having him. I would obviously make his bottle up with the kettle and then I'd put it into this rapid cool bottle. And it's amazing. It's like something in it is obviously like cools it down so fast. It's amazing. This to me is essential if you don't want to buy the Perfect Prep machine. Like this is, yeah, highly recommend that one too. The next thing that I would recommend is when you have a newborn baby, you are advised in the hospital, well I was anyway, to wrap your baby with blankets, wrap them right up obviously to make them feel like they're still in the womb. And yeah, but I always worried about this. Like I am a worrier. I am one of those mums anyway. I am just an over anxious mum, and I just was like not comfortable with the idea. Like what if I woke up and the covers were over the baby's face? Like everything went through my mind. So I did actually get one of these. So it's like basically just a little wrap for your baby, so you can get them from newborn. This one's actually 3 to 6 months for my baby Jacob. I know they recommend not to swaddle from 16 weeks, but I feel like this is okay because obviously it's secure, it's safe, he can't wiggle out of it and he can't like get the covers over his face. So it's really good. I got these off Amazon. I'll link it down below. I can't actually remember how much I paid for it, but it wasn't there. You got a pack of 2, so you just can literally put your baby in here. So basically you just pop the baby in here like so, and yeah, strap the baby over and that's it. The next thing I would recommend is a microwave sterilizer. So with Holly and Millie, I had the sterilizer that you plug in, you leave it on your worktop, which does actually work great as well. But for me, if you've got a small kitchen like me, which is very small, I actually got the microwave one. So basically do your bottles as you would with any sterilizer and you put them in the microwave, and mine's is like 3 or 4 minutes and they're done. Whereas the one on the worktop took 10 minutes. So obviously if you're like not on the ball that day and your bottles are, you know, you've got no bottles left, so this is so fast and just get them done quickly. And then obviously once you've cleaned them and if you maybe used a bottle, you can put them back into the microwave so they're out of the way as well. So they're not like, you know, sitting about your worktop and annoying you, because they really did annoy me. On to the next thing is essential for me, because I have had a very fussy baby, is a baby carrier or a baby wrap. You can, if you get the baby box, if you're in, I don't know, is it just the UK that you get the baby box? But anyway, if you get a baby box, they do actually provide you with the baby wrap in it, so it's quite good. But obviously if you just don't know how to work it and things like that, then I would highly recommend a baby carrier like this. So Actually, again, got one off Amazon because like I just love Amazon. It's just so handy. So obviously, like I say, you've got a fussy baby who doesn't like to be put down. You can just put this on, put the baby in, and you can do your housework, make the dinner, you know, just like even go out for walks. Or I also recommend one of these if you've got a newborn and you're going on holiday, like, because obviously you can't have a pram on the plane for like for like getting off the plane and things like that, and no, it's really, and this one is just, yeah. So put the baby in, and I'll also link that below. I can't remember the price of this, I'm thinking maybe about £30, but yeah, definitely worth it. So the next thing is a white noise machine. All my kids have used a white noise machine. I just think that it calms them down, like takes out any like background noise, just makes them think like, right, it's time for me to go to sleep. So I actually got one from Argos. I think it was about £30 as well, so it wasn't overly expensive, and it has little light on it. Again, if I find it, but I bought this a few years ago, I will link it below, but it is definitely something that I would really recommend with having, maybe even if you've got other kids that are noisy, which is like my life. So always at the beginning, Holly and Millie would constantly wake Jacob up because obviously they're toddlers. So having that just kind of like takes out that noise of them, and yeah, I just really think it's such a good thing. It's just so relaxing, peaceful. Even I use white noise at night, like I just love it. So yeah. So the next thing is, if you're breastfeeding, I would really invest in a good breast pump, because that is one thing that I didn't do, and I think that's why it cut my breastfeeding journey short. I didn't breastfeed Jaden, Holly, but I did decide to breastfeed Millie because I thought she was going to be my last child. I'd never tried it before. I really did want to try it with Holly, but I just didn't do it for some reason. But I tried it with Millie, and it is an amazing experience, but also very hard work. Like, you're the only one feeding the baby. So if you invest in a really good breast pump, and I would recommend, and I wish that I had actually bought this one and I never, is the LV. So basically, I think you just pop it in your bra and then away you go. Whereas the ones that I had, I was like sitting there for ages, and again, that's a whole other story. Just think it didn't work out with me and Millie. So yeah, I would really recommend that. If you do decide to breastfeed, then you will need some sort of barrier like nipple cream, because it does hurt. It hurts to begin with. So yeah, I would really recommend that. You can pick up any from Asda or whatever, like they're not even that dear. So yeah, so you could literally be like feeding on and off all day and it gets sore. So I'm going to go into a few things that I did purchase with my kids, well, with some of them, and that I didn't really use, or would I recommend, or is it essential for a newborn. So the first thing is baby bath. I had a baby bath with Holly and I never ever used it. You can actually get like these sponges, I think you can get from Home Bargains, and you can literally just pop that in your bath and lie the baby in it and just lay your baby in it, and then just obviously put the shower over the baby or fill the bath up. And I just think that works just as well, and you're not got like a baby bath lying around if you've not got the storage for it, which was always my case. So yeah, I really recommend that. Or even like the little seat you can get. I got that for Jacob, and that has worked really well. I'll put the link in what that's called, but I forget what it's called. But yeah, I would really recommend. Next thing is that I wouldn't really say is essential is a nappy bin. I had a nappy bin, and don't get me wrong, I used it, it was great, but you could easily just put it into your normal bin and take that out every night to the bin, to like your wheelie bin or whatever. Like, you don't have to invest in one of them, like you don't need to. You could easily just put it in your normal bin. And that's just my thoughts, because I think the older the baby gets or the child gets, like, it doesn't even conceal the smell as well as it does with newborn. So you end up with like your bin stinks, and it's like, no, I just wouldn't recommend that. Also, the next thing is, obviously I said it before, I said it earlier in the video, is obviously I wouldn't recommend a Moses basket. I would really tell anybody who is pregnant, having a baby, like, definitely get it next to me, and I really stick by that. It's just the best thing ever to be it's just the best thing when you've got a newborn. It's so easy. So yeah, I'd recommend that. The last thing that I did think that I really thought was essential but never ended up really using it until they were a bit older is a baby bouncer. If your baby is anything like mine, they will not stay in a bouncer. They'll cry, because I think newborns, they just want to be held. They just want to be with their mum or their dad or whoever. And I just felt like in those first few weeks that, no, I don't think it's essential. I think you could like look into getting one when your baby's about 4 months. I think that's when you can kind of, they're up longer, they're up for longer spells. You can just put them in there when you need to, like, you know, use the bathroom, make dinner, things like that. But I think when they're newborn, you could just like put them into their beds, or even like just lay them into their bed, like literally, even if you have to take their bed out into the living room or whatever. That's what. So yeah, that's what I would recommend and what I wouldn't recommend. I hope that you have enjoyed this video today, and if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, and if you have already, then I really appreciate it. So yeah, thanks very much. See you later. Bye.